But yeah, he was dating this kid I knew in high school, or his sister, and they would go to the fights down in AC.
Oh, cool.
It was sick, bro. But yeah, this is a fucking war, dude. Mickey Ward came into this. He wasn't even supposed to be in the fight. He was like a late scratch fill-in, and just gave Gotti the biggest test of his life. Fucking amazing, bro. 36 rounds of punishment these guys went.
Yeah, I don't know how Ward's still fucking speaking. Like, I'm surprised he's not punch drunk either.
Oh, bro. I was so mad when they made that movie The Fighter, and it didn't go into this fight, bro.
Oh, yeah, same.
Right. He went to, that's how it ends. He goes to Atlantic City.
Yeah. Well, they're focused on Christian Bale a lot. I think that was like his contract.
Yep.
Christian Bale doesn't take roles unless he thinks he's going to get an Oscar from it.
This shit is shut.
Hey, Chase, did you put in that South Sydney bet already?
The what?
Did you put in that South Sydney bet already for the first half?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I put that in this morning when you sent it.
I was just going to say, man, the line shifted. You can get it at -2.5 now.
What did I put it in at?
-3.5. I mean, I obviously still like -3.5. But if you can get a free
I'll just let it ride.
Point, yeah.
I already put 2 units on it. I don't want to lose more than that.
No. If you already put it in, fucking let it ride. I obviously like it at -3.5, but you know, if you can get an extra point.
Oh, are you watching this shit?
Yeah, it's amazing, bro.
They beat the shit out of each other. What's the link? I'll put it online. If anybody can wants to watch us, stick around.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that on the Twitter, on everything. We'll get this going here after this fight, after this video ends. We got another like 2.5 minutes. It's just a fucking war, man. I love this fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys never watched these, man, trilogy.
You know what it would be another good movie is one. I mean, I think they already made it like a documentary. Gotti's quote unquote suicide, and then
they murdered his ass, bro.
Yeah, and then this trilogy. They need to make a movie about just the fucking. Mickey Ward didn't want to jump in the ring the third time. Like he thought they were gonna kill each other.
Yeah, well, they became really good friends, and then Mickey Ward actually trained Gotti for his next fights after.
Yeah.
They became friends, healing up on hospital beds next to each other. You know, like sick, bro. Sick. Dudes don't fight like this anymore, man.
It's one way to do it. Well, they were like a perfect weight too. They're middleweights, right? Or yeah. They were like just heavy enough to throw fucking hammers, but just light enough where it wasn't killing you.
Yeah.
Like, and they just didn't give. They had no. Well, Mickey Ward was a journeyman, so he didn't give a fuck. Like,
yeah.
So that fucker $100,000, he's throwing hands.
What are the Mets doing on the base path, bro? Fucking idiots.
Dude, did you see the Marlins?
Yep.
I'm so mad my win bet got canceled. Like,
did you guys grab that link for me? Can one of you guys hit the YouTube for that link? I can't copy and paste right now.
I didn't. I'm working on this fucking write up to throw into the.
No, I don't have a link. I don't see a link.
Do you know our YouTube page? Do you follow our YouTube?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to just grab it and throw it in that chat? For some reason, my computer's not letting me copy and paste.
See, this is the shit I was talking about too, Twist. Like, whenever I do this, like I have 2 videos playing. Like right now, I'm on YouTube right now. YouTube's taking fucking forever to load. I don't know why it does that either. Shit's getting old.
See, mine's weird because right now I'm I'm streaming the Islanders Caps game on my TV through my laptop. I'm doing this live chat with you guys, and then I'm on Discord on another tab, and it's working fine for now. But like if I open up ESPN or something like that, it just all goes to fucking shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
Like
even if I
run ESPN.
If I just open another tab, it takes it like 2 or 3 fucking minutes to think about it. Like,
I got it now. I just posted it.
Yeah.
And it's been like, today's been by far the worst fucking day for it.
MMA. All right.
There we go.
All right. So that's posted in general. All right. Let's get rid of this shit. Let's get it going here. What's up, guys? How you doing today? Been a great fucking day for me, at least. We're hitting everything.
I haven't missed since that fucking 3 a.m. rugby game. I haven't missed a fucking thing today.
Yeah, since that 3 a.m. or 5 a.m. soccer game. Same for me.
Yeah.
Same. Oh, well, to be fair, I've only bet 4 things today, but I've hit all 4. So
we had a run in the first inning for the Mets. We had the first 5 over in that game. We have Houston TT over 5, and then over 10 in the Mets game. So we're 1 away from that over. Houston's going to clear that. They got 5 in the first. We're good there. Oh, no, they cleared it. It's 7. They got 7 in the first. So cash that motherfucker. That was an easy one. All right. So we got a lot going on this weekend. What is it? UFC. What number is it? Twist?
252.
252?
252.
We got UFC 2. Yep. UFC 252. I'm looking at about 15 boxing matches for tomorrow. We got soccer, got baseball. Twist has some rugby, and that's about it. We're a little light because a couple of our guys are on vacation. Poop's a little busy tonight. Is there a NASCAR race? Does anyone know?
I have no clue.
I don't find out until he notifies us.
Yep. So
I get all my NASCAR news from Poopster.
Yeah, but you guys can follow us on Twitter or check Twitter's Poopster Picks. Poopster's Picks or Poopster Picks on Twitter. But anyway, what do you got? Let's do this overnight soccer real quick, man. I figure we bang soccer out since everything else takes longer, and just quick on baseball later on.
Yeah.
But what are you looking at? I know you got some overnight shit for us.
It's Chinese Super League. Shit. Of course, Flash Score goes down on me. Okay. I have. Hold on. Jesus Christ.
Poops to hit us up, so I'm gonna ask him right now. So we're racing.
Shandong Luang, I believe. That's how you pronounce it. I have them -1 at +105. They have Marinus Fellaini on the team from Manchester United. And a couple other guys that shouldn't be in China League, but they're getting a good amount of money. They also just have a win in their last game over the best player or the best team in the league in Guangzhou Evergrande. They won that away, or well, technically they're away team. They're playing neutral sites, so there is no home or away. But they're coming off that win. I think that they build on that and they beat the shit out of this team. The team they're playing is in last, I believe, or second to last, and should be an easy, either push or cover. Hopefully,
you get the thing out of your way.
And then the next one is Dylan Pro and Guangzhou RF. Both these teams have been putting up goals and giving up goals all season, the last we're only 4 games in, but 4 games in, Dallin Pro has scored or given up, looks like about 14 goals in 4 games, and Guangzhou is 8, 9, 10, 13 goals in 4 games. So I have this at over 3 pretty easily. It's probably over 3.5 too if you want to sprinkle that.
Okay.
And that's it.
Yeah, I know Twist has an overnight rugby play. We'll get into that in a second here. Just want to flash up mine, what I have for tomorrow as well. I got a couple plays on that overnight as well. Let's throw mine in here real quick. So on the overnight tomorrow, Kawasaki Frontal money line and Junebach Motors money line. Both teams are super hot. Kawasaki money line and the over 2.5, we've been riding pretty hard. They're scoring hard. BTTS is live in that game as well. We probably see 3 or 4 goals there pretty easily. Kawasaki's just on another level though in that league. So I would consider just following them all year. You know, they're not giving up anything really. They'll give up 1 goal, but they'll score 3 pretty much in every J League match, or they're winning 2-0. I think we got burned once on that bet so far, 2-0 this year. And the other pick is Junebach. They're Korea League 1. So they're another great one. And if you parlay those two, it brings back plus 116. Like I said, you can play the Kawasaki money line and over. That's plus 106, I believe. You can go BTTS and over 2.5 in that game as well. But I just gave the parlay just because I love the odds there. Both are sitting at about minus 180-ish on the money line. So you can hammer them straight if you want, or you can take that parlay and play it pretty confidently. And then one more play on the overnight, LG and the Dinos over 10.5 runs in that game. We have an American pitcher, but he got shelled by the Dinos. Dinos pitcher didn't do that great in the same matchup. So we're going to ride that over, and LG's hot as fuck right now. They've been smashing the ball. So with the Dinos taking the loss yesterday, I do see them putting up more runs today, and we should clear that pretty easily. And then, yep, that'll be it until Sunday. What do you got, Twist? I know you got the rugby overnight.
Yeah, man, we have 2 Australian NRL matches in rugby. I'm only going to put out one for the video. I'm not too sure about the other one, the 1 a.m. game. But in I think it's 3:30 o'clock in the morning, we have the number 14 North Queensland Cowboys going up against the number 7 South Sydney Rabbitohs. We're going to do first half South Sydney minus 2.5. The Cowboys are coming into this game 0-5 in their last 5. South Sydney's coming in 3-2. The Cowboys are missing 4 of their top players. They're missing their second best point scorer and goal kicker, their second best try scorer, and they're also missing their best offloader. The Rabbitohs aren't missing anyone. They also have one of the top goal kickers and point scorers in the entire league. South Sydney is coming into this match averaging about 11.5 points for, while allowing 12.5, which doesn't sound great. But whenever you compare it to what North Queensland is doing, it sounds amazing. North Queensland has been struggling to get just 4.5 points. So we're going to go with South Sydney minus 2.5 for the first half for that one. You can get that one. I think the last time I checked, it was at minus 112. So that's going to be our pick there.
Okay. Yeah, you've been super hot with those lately. Pretty much every night we're waking up to money in that.
Yeah, I think the ones I've given out in all the ones I've given out in premium, I think I'm like 6-1.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. So we'll definitely keep an eye for that. There's a couple more picks I just wanted to go over with my soccer real quick. I don't want to bother you guys and bore you guys with this shit. So just taking a look. Shelburne Dairy. I think I misspelled Shelburne. That's Irish, I think first division. Under 2.5 there. It's a minus 170. It's a little juicy, but you know, those teams, they're not getting more than 2 goals a game. I think in the last 5, Shelburne had 8 goals total, and Derry had something like 6 combined in the last 5 games. So we can play that under. Yes, yeah. So they're started back up a couple weeks ago, and then Bohemians money line. They're getting good value at home. They said it's a restart. I wouldn't go heavy there. It's minus 125, so it's not that crazy. Play it light, maybe a unit, but there is value there, being the home team. They hold a pretty substantial head-to-head, and they're just on a roll right now between the league and the cup. Then Sunday, that's an alt-over parlay. So both of them are going to be over 2.5, and they're Norway. So that's Sandefjord and Bodo. We've been riding them lately. And Rosenborg, Aalesund. And Aalesund was the team that we had no goals. We had an over 2.5, and we got all 3 goals after like the 88th minute or some shit last week. So I like rolling just the 2 of those. Keep it simple. And just play those. What do we got? Poopster says we got a road race this weekend. Check back. He said it's going to be a shit show. So check back. He'll probably do a video. You know, we love watching those videos. It's basically free money. Even when he says it's going to be a shit show, it usually turns out in our benefit.
I think he calls almost every one a shit show.
Close to it, man.
Oh yeah,
close
off.
To it. Yeah, I mean, well, it was the Xfinity series. He hated the kids, you know. They were always crashing on him. And then all this shit. I want to go over real quick. I want to jump into this boxing that I got for tomorrow. Tomorrow's cards are just incredible. I think there's 4 or 5 promotions in the States going on. So we'll just run through this real quick so you guys can dive into UFC, which I know everyone's waiting on. But Frampton versus Trainer. Trainer's gotten KO'd every single time he stepped up in competition. Every single time he goes up to fight, he gets KO'd. He's got a decent record. He beats up on tomato cans. So he's going to end up becoming the doormat of this division after this loss. Frampton's coming for blood. He's going to win on TKO. The under 10.5 on that fight was a good line, and no distance as well was priced out pretty good. So all 3 of those I like. I would take whichever has better odds, no distance or under 10.5. I would take that and then take Frampton by KO, TKO. And we got Otto Wallen. Otto Wallen is fighting Travis Kaufman. And Otto Wallen is famous for fighting Fury. And he cut Fury late in that fight, and he took him deep in the fight, and he actually stunned him. And Kaufman said if he loses to Wallen, then he's going to retire because his claim to fame was that he cut Fury. But in my mind, I think that, that's a pretty good claim to fame. You've seen Fury fight as a heavyweight. He moves better than anyone in the heavyweight division. And for you to catch him and actually stun him, yeah, that's saying a lot. Look at what he did against, Wilder, the best heavyweight, that was around since Klitschko. He made a fool of him. So Wallen's going to go into this and just TKO this guy, wreck him. He's gonna end up retiring. The guy Kaufman said he's retiring if he loses, and tomorrow will be his last fight because he's getting on his back. Probably see that fight end somewhere 5 to 7 rounds, somewhere in there. Then Benavidez, he's fighting. He was actually 3 pounds overweight, so they stripped him for the belt in this fight. So he's fighting. He can't get the belt back, but he's going up in weight. He's going to move up and be an instant contender, top 10 type of guy, start out right near the top of the ranks and just go for it. That extra 3 pounds isn't hurting him. It seems like he didn't try and cut it. Like they knew they had an allowance here, and he just didn't even try and make weight. So I don't think it's a bad weight cut where it's going to damage him for the fight. And if anything, he's got 19 KOs and 22 wins. So 3 extra pounds on him, that's dangerous at that weight. I think they're fighting like 168 or some shit. That's dangerous around there, man. So expect him to end that very early. Benavidez by KO there. And then Cecilia Breakhouse. She's coming back for a 27th title defense, which will be the record for anyone in boxing, male or female, in any division. She had 26 successful already. This one's not going to be anything special. She's going to walk through it, win that shit on cards. It's a pretty decent money line. So our cards or decision win there should pay out pretty, you should have a low juice on that number. So I really, really am looking forward to that fight. And I'll be dropping more stuff. Like I said, I have about a list of about 10 to 12 fights for tomorrow. That have picks on everything.
I was going to ask, what about this Romero kid? He's like minus 400 or whatever. But he looks pretty tough too, right? That's
another knockout, dude. Did you see what he said?
No, I
said he wants to show you the most vicious knockout you've ever seen in your life. He wants to put a highlight reel up. The last fight, he knocked him out in the first. He said, I fought a Puerto Rican prospect last time. I put him on his back in the first. He goes, ain't nothing different about this fight. So I love when guys walk in swagger.
He's minus 450 or something, right?
Yeah. So once again, like you're gonna get
take him inside
near even money. Yeah, near even money on the TKO because that's gonna be the favorite of the two for sure. With the way that kid fights. There's a ton of fights on tomorrow. I'll be in the Discord talking about them. I'll drop some extras in the morning, but we got a big day of knockouts tomorrow. I know we're in the small cage too, right?
Hopefully, yeah.
So,
small cage.
Small cage means knockouts, right?
Pro takedowns too, but hopefully knockouts.
All right, I'm gonna let you guys get into this shit, man, because I know everyone's been waiting on this.
I mean, it can't be worse than the last couple of weeks where nobody wants to finish anyone. That shit's boring as fuck to watch.
Look at that. Your picks are underneath your heads.
Oh, there you go.
Ready to go.
I was just looking at my phone.
Look at it there.
All right.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know where you want to start. I only have a few. I mean, I told you guys, I've been having fucking technology issues all fucking day and been busy all fucking day with work too. So I have a few that I can dig into. Where do you want to start, man?
I was just going to go in order, and, we could either make a pick or pass, or I made a pick on a majority of them. I think I passed on one or two, or one or two are like, I put a pick for every fight, but I'll actually say if I'm confident or not, I said, I'm just like you, man. I've been working on a fantasy football spreadsheet all day, so I got I put in about 4 bets all day and worked on that and capped this fight for about an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe. So
I have a lot of things to watch after him. Let's skip those first 2 prelims because.
Well, I put Kamako with Derishvili. That was paying even money. I was just playing around on Bovada and trying to combine the two, and I ended up getting about plus 103 for them. And I mean, I don't hate that for one unit. Kid looks really good on film from the 15 minutes I watched. I mean, he's fast and explosive. And I couldn't really find much on the guy that he's fighting. And again, they're taking this fight on 2 days notice. So this is kind of a toss-up. But I'll probably end up doing one unit. I'm really confident in Derishvili. I just don't really know who to pair him with because everything else. I mean, I was thinking about pairing him maybe with O'Malley, but I already have O'Malley inside the distance, so that's putting too much in one basket. I wasn't doing anything with Kamaka, so I figured I might as well just throw him with Kamaka. It's not exactly the best bet, but one unit start us off.
Gives you something to. Gives you something.
Yeah,
to get a little. I might not even.
Going.
I was about to say I might not even watch those 2 fights, but
I'm actually not going to be able to. I'm not getting home till about 7:30 tomorrow, so I'm probably missing about 3 or 4 fights.
Yeah, that's
we start at 6, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's 6.
Yeah, and if they start at 5, I'm even more fucked. So, but fingers crossed. It's not like I'm there rooting for them in person. Next is
looking at that female strawweight fight? Yoder
Yeah, my
versus
page-
Souza.
My page just reloaded. Hold on. I had it on SureDog, just had the rundown. It has here TJ Brown versus Danny Chavez, but I don't think that's the right order, right?
No,
They
that skips
switched
it. Unless it's changed since I took my notes down. But the next one should be the next one that I have down is Ashley Yoder versus Liv. I can't read my own fucking handwriting. Souza. Their last name.
Yeah, I did.
It has those up against each other. Souza.
Yeah, I did.
I'm leaning a little bit on Souza for this one. I mean, Ashley Yoder.
Yeah.
Ashley Yoder. I usually put a lot of weight into their size, and Ashley Yoder is definitely the bigger fighter. I mean, she's 4 inches taller. She has 6 more inches in reach, but her record is not great. She's older. Souza, she's only 5'3", 63 inches in reach, but she's 13-2. What little video I've seen of her, I mean, she's crappy. Like, she's small, but she's a fighter. She likes to submit people. So I'm right now. I'm leaning a little bit Souza money line, not money line, because I think the money line odds on that were just terrible, if I remember correctly. If my
no, she was minus 155. Minus 155 for
that's
me.
Not even bad.
That's not terrible. That's what I took. I mean, that's what I took. I just put 1.55 to win one. Again, I'm well on record about, unless I love the woman who's fighting, I'd rather just skip it. But for the sake of having some dopamine or whatever, I'll put a little bit of money on there.
For the sake of our picks and just like following the last few months, usually the hotter chick loses, and Ashley Yoder is definitely the hotter chick here.
Yes.
Souza looks like a monster, which is one of the reasons why I think she's gonna win.
Well, I think as well. And I already took the taller woman in the second fight, and that she's a much better dog. So is that the next? Again, I'm all out of order. I don't know why they didn't put it in the correct order.
Next up, I have Brown versus Chavez is next for me, which I don't have a pick. I don't have a pick on that one. That's one that I looked at, and I took my notes and looked at them, and I was like, I'm gonna have to look at that one more, so I'm just gonna skip it for now.
I had Brown inside the distance and possibly by submission prior to today, and then he missed weigh-ins. But he only missed by 0.5.
You said Brown.
Huh? He missed by 0.5.
He said
so it wasn't like he was violently overweight. I mean, he just. I don't think he's built. I don't think he's big enough, or I think he's too big for the division, possibly. But he has a great arm triangle. He has really good takedowns. If he gets this to the mat, I think he gets a finish either by ground and pound or he gets an arm trial, because he's got like 4 or 5 arm triangles in his career. So just something to look out for. Like I said, I'm not in love with that. I don't like when fighters miss weight, so I'm just putting a pin in that. If we hit the first couple, I'll definitely be checking my phone if I'm not home by then, and I'll throw it in then. Hopefully the price is still around plus 150, 160, somewhere in that area. Might even go up because he missed weight. When guys miss weight, usually a lot of money comes pouring in on the other guy.
Listen, if you're going to take him by submission, Chavez has been submitted, but he's never submitted anyone, so that's something to consider too. So
Brown's got a really good arm triangle. Like I said, he's locked up at I think 4 or 5 when I did a little bit of research.
Do we know what Chavez's one submission was by? I don't have it in front of me, and I don't want to fuck with this laptop and try to find it.
I didn't even. It was either Brown or Skip for me. Like I watched enough. I watched a little bit of film on Chavez, and I was like,
let's go Mets. Fucking
they
just tied it up, top 9. There we go. Over 10 cash.
So it's
staying hot, baby.
So that's like a 0 unit for me right now, just because of the I don't know factor.
Finally, Jesus.
But if I was gonna sprinkle something, I'd be Brown inside the distance plus 160, or Brown by submission was plus 220, I think. Last time I looked, or plus 2. Might have been higher than that.
I'm all behind.
I didn't even write that down for some reason. So that'd be that for that.
Sorry, I'm looking up the score for a second. God damn it.
Next is Porter and Dawkins, right?
Nope. No. At least that's not what I. Your shits might be all
you
out.
have
Is
next?
your shit out of order or is mine?
I don't
Porter
know.
and Dawkins. Where the fuck is
they
Porter?
scrambled everything around because of that one fight getting canceled yesterday.
I had Porter and Dawkins on the early prelims. That was one of the ones that I skipped. But then again, I mean, I think I took these down like 2 or 3 days ago, so my shit might be out of order too. You can talk about that one.
No,
I don't have any notes. I don't have any notes on that one though. So
I'm taking Porter in that one by something violent. These are Dawkins looks really small for. I mean, he didn't look very big on the scale, and Porter in his past couple fights, it's gone to decision, I believe. So I think there's some pressure on him to start getting finishes and start being a little exciting, because one of the two ways to stay in the UFC is either A, win, or B, be exciting.
or if you're a girl, be hot and you can be like my girl PVZ and stick around for years.
Yeah. Well, she's bare knuckling now apparently.
She is. Yeah, she's done. Well, she was either going to get kicked out of the UFC or leave. So, or not get kicked out. They weren't going to renew her contract. So, anyways, off topic.
I think Porter either A, gets it to the mat and ends with ground and pound, or he goes out there and, just clobbers this guy. I think Dawkins has better striking on the feet, but he throws more controlled punches from what I was looking at. He doesn't really wing punches, whereas Porter kind of wings punches and looks for the takedown. So I'm just taking a shot in the dark here again, probably like half a unit or whatever. But Porter by TKO is going off at about 2-1. So, just something to, again, just to get some action on the table. I'm not super confident in that though.
Going back to the Brown Chavez fight, Chavez's one submission was by guillotine, not arm triangle. So
okay. Listen, and Brown's going to be looking for a takedown. So if Brown leaves his head down, but it's very hard to look. I can't remember the last time I saw a guillotine in the UFC, like modern era.
it's
been a while. I'm sure there's at least 5 or 6 a year, but
we've probably watched one.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying I'm trying to recall, but I'm trying to say at least in the bubble. I don't think I've seen one in the bubble.
No, I don't think I have either. Next up is Felice Herrig versus Verna Jandiroba. This is another one where I went with the ugly chick because Felice Herrig is obviously the better looking girl. Donnie thinks she looks like a bad stripper. Whatever. Maybe I just said I'm a bad chick. I don't know. Maybe I sent you a bad picture. Or maybe I like bad strippers. I don't fucking know.
I think it was like an angle thing. I think it was all about the angle and
it was the shadows. It was the shadows.
Yeah.
And the Superman top probably didn't fucking help either. But this is another one. We're going with the ugly chick. Jandiroba is definitely the uglier chick here.
Yeah.
And but even her stats just fuck, man. Compared to each other, Herrig's 14-8. Jandiroba's 15-1. 12-0 in submissions. I mean, if this girl gets you on the ground, you're done. Add into that, Herrig hasn't fought since 2018, and back then she did back-to-back losses, and then she hasn't fought since. Jandiroba, her last fight was in December 2019. For UFC, that's really not that long ago. But if you're going to come from, like, what is it? I think it was October 2018, and you're not going to fight again until August 2020, that's a long layoff. It's a long layoff.
Yeah, she tore her ACL. She's coming off an ACL injury. She looked like the much bigger woman on the scale today so that's why I was saying I was kind of previewing this. I'm taking the giant girl who is not a good fighter, but she's giant. She trains with Carla Esparza, who is her one her opponent's one loss. I'm taking a shot here. I don't think it's gonna hit, but I'm throwing a unit on this tall bitch.
She's not that much taller. She's 5'4". Jandiroba is 5'3". It's an inch. It's not like
she looked like 5'7", dude. Like she looked a solid. Yeah, she looked a solid, like, you know, it wasn't nose to nose. It was more like nose to forehead.
Okay. I haven't had time to look at the weigh-ins or anything, so I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it and change my mind. But just going off straight stats and everything. Yeah, look at her
like
pictures.
Actual muscles, you know.
Yeah, like
I know that's a stupid way to cap, and there's a reason she's plus 250, obviously. But I think that price goes even higher when we get in the ring, possibly. If she's 275, then I definitely have to throw something on her. But even at 250, I don't hate that price either.
That's not bad. Another thing to keep in mind is Herrig is 35, which, as we talked about a couple of weeks ago, women age like already spoiled milk in the UFC. But then again, Jandiroba is not that much younger. She's 32, so it's you know, take it with a grain of salt.
Jandiroba is definitely better on the mat, and I like the sub thing. And they're both plus 250. I mean, shit, I might just sprinkle them both. Honestly, like I don't hate sprinkling on this either. Like
that's not a bad bet either, because I mean, I think this fight is going to end one of those two ways. I mean, it's if Jandiroba doesn't submit her, I don't. If the same odds, put like half a unit or a unit on both.
Yeah, I mean, I like I said, it goes.
Two things happen, you still fucking win money.
In these question marks, it usually is how my night goes. If I start off 0-5, then I'm just gonna look for one to hammer and call it a night. But you know,
usually if I start 0-5, the thing that I hammer is a. Usually, if I start 0-5, the thing that I hammer is a bottle of whiskey. No, I go hardcore 0-5. I go hardcore 0-5.
What do you got next?
Up next, I have
giving us the correct order.
I have Jim Miller to win the most generic fucking name in the UFC against, I don't know if it's Vince or Vink Pichel. This is one that me and Ben are torn on. Which I haven't thrown out any of Ben's picks during this video because I don't want to speak for him, but he did send them to us. This is one that I don't know if I agree with him or not because he's taking. What did he take? He took a Pichel money line for -140. I'm kind of leaning Jim Miller to finish, which is I think plus 215. That's where I'm leaning. This is another one that I have a question mark beside though. So
I'm a big Jim Miller by violence fan, and I mean I've been a fan of his for like 10 years probably, or however long he's been fighting. I just took him on the money line plus 110, but I don't see. He's a crafty veteran, man. He hasn't stuck around this long by being a freak athlete or super technical or anything. He just goes in there and grinds, and he's just a fucking. He's a nightmare to fight, and even at 36 or 30, how old is he? 36, I think. Even at 36, even at 36, he's still got a couple years in him, I think. I mean, he's not gonna fight for a title anytime soon, but I think he's just gonna be a solid mid-level guy for the next couple of years.
Yeah,
like I said earlier, you either stay in there by winning, or you have to get people to stand up or pay attention or whatever. And he's definitely the second guy.
And Pichel's 37, so let's not act like Jim Miller being 36 is something you should put too much weight on.
Oh, so. I didn't even know. Like I said, I didn't even look. I didn't look up this is one that I did blind. I'm a Jim Miller fan, so I'm either going to bet Jim Miller or I'm gonna fade Jim Miller. Or I'm not fade it, but pass. I mean, I don't think I've bet against him since he got knocked out by I forget the guy's name. The guy who landed the elbow on him 6 months ago or whatever. I did bet against him there because that was, pretty.
Holtzman? Or no, that was by decision. I don't remember. Yeah, age is one of the things. Age is one of the first things I look at because whenever I see a huge fucking age gap,
Yeah.
Especially in these female fights, like.
Oh yeah.
Well, if I see
women,
a huge
definitely...
age gap, like one girl is like 23, 24 going up against a 36-year-old, dude, you have to go with the 23-year-old. I almost don't fucking care who it is. Like,
yeah, that's for sure. Who's next?
John Dodson versus Mirab Dvalishvili. This is one I don't have anything for. I just looked at the raw numbers and was like, I gotta fucking actually look at this. So I skipped this one.
Davishvili or whatever with the opening fight just to give me something. Now that I've done it in a parlay, I never hit parlays when I fight. So John Dodson will come out here looking like fucking prime Uriah Faber.
You have to go with your absolute favorite picks and parlay those.
Yeah, well,
there's still putting like too many eggs in one basket, but still.
No, I think Davishvili and the opening fight. The opening fight, that kid looked really good. Like he looked explosive enough. Anyway.
Ben's note on this one was he agrees with you. He said Davishvili to win minus 260, everything you have, including retirement. So take out a payday loan, fucking pull out a second mortgage on the house, do whatever you can, put it on Davishvili.
John Dodson's a really crafty veteran, and if this was like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, this wouldn't be as far. He wouldn't be minus 270. Davishvili wouldn't be minus 270. But I think Davishvili gonna go in there, take him down, where's Khabib from? Dagestan. Dagestan eat shit. He's gonna lay on him.
Fight a fucking bear when you're 8.
Yeah, he's gonna lay on him, and he's gonna land just enough punches and wear Dodson down. And then
normal Eastern European stuff. Just fight bears.
By the third period, Dawson's not going to be able to lift his arms, let alone stop a takedown, and he might get finished, or he'll get a fucking really nasty decision.
It'll be his first time being finished though, because Dodson's never been finished.
Okay, so then he'll
probably be an ugly decision.
Yeah,
probably be an ugly decision.
30-27, and on the flip side, the only way Dodson's live is in the first period. If he can go out there and just throw hands and somehow avoid the takedown, then he's alive. But I don't see that happening past the 2-minute mark.
Fair enough. Up next, we have Herbert Burns versus Daniel Pineda or Pineda. I don't know how to say his last name.
Burns missed weight by 4 pounds, so I'm really sad about that because I was going to hammer this. So instead, I'm probably just going to sprinkle it. I'm going to do. I found Burns inside the distance at minus 150. I believe by the specifics is a little bit better. By TKO, I think was like plus 200 or 300. He did win his last fight like that.
That was his only TKO. That was his only TKO though.
It was a KO. It was like the guy. There was no punches. There was a one knee, and the guy went night.
Pulled a Jorge Masvidal.
Yeah,
he's the guy in the head and basically kills him.
Guy didn't know what fucking planet he was on, let alone what state they were in. But yeah, Burns by submission was like minus 120 if you just want to do that. I just did inside the distance just in case he wants to throw some wild shit again and ruin my bet. And again, I was gonna put like 5 units on. I was gonna put like 4 units on that, but now I'm just gonna do 1.5 or 1.6 to win one, just because I you can't miss weight by 5 pounds and then want me to bet on you.
Yeah, man, that's a lot. This is one of the ones that all three of us agreed on. Ben sent it last night. He basically said, "Fucking hammer it." That was before the weigh-ins today, obviously though, so he might have a different opinion, but we won't know that.
They're literally feeding him this guy. Daniel Pineda loves to wrestle and loves to grapple, and Herbert Burns is a 2-time world champion grappler, and I've felt Herbert Burns on the mat. I'm 40 pounds heavier than him, and he threw me around like a rag doll. Like the guy is legit on the mat, and so they're spoon feeding him this guy. But when you miss weight by 5 pounds, I don't know where the fuck your head's at.
Right. I mean, like you said a couple of weeks ago, it's like whenever you miss weight like that, it just seems like you're not taking it seriously. But one of the notes I have for Pineda, which I mean, I never fought or anything like that, but something that all my friends that did they all say like, hey, you have to fucking weigh in at whatever your fucking weight is.
I mean, but nowadays what you have is you have guys skipping 3, 4, 5 weight classes to get to their weigh-ins. So like they shouldn't be fighting that small. Like I'm glad if you're talking about boxing, I'm glad Shakur Stevenson moved up, and didn't stay that low. Like there's guys that just shouldn't be fighting where they're fighting, and they try and do this, and that's it. Like I said, that's like the Benavidez fight. He's 3 pounds overweight, and it's like he gave up trying, and his best bet is just going to be moving up in a weight class.
Yeah, I'd cut my leg off before I miss weight.
Oh, dude!
Did anybody say that the Mets and Phillies game cleared 10.5?
Yeah,
because I just checked it and just now saw it for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
That was always that was always the cardinal rule.
I still haven't missed a fucking. Have not missed a fucking bet all day. It's 10:30.
It's hell. You get through it.
I don't think.
You feel like dick. I shouldn't have been wrestling there. You know what I mean? But that's
I did. I was wrestling 149 in the middle of my growth spurt. I was 6'1" wrestling 149. Like it wasn't fun either.
I was 6 foot with size 12s wrestling 125, 130.
Yeah.
It's rough, bro.
It's not good.
It's unreal to me. Then you have these girls bitching about, I can't lose weight. Bitch, wrestle.
Well, there's supposed to be 18% body fat, so it's a little different. Anyway, we're going off on a fucking.
Way off topic.
We're going
again off topic. Again off topic. I haven't missed a single fucking bet today, and it's 10:30. I only have an hour and a half left, and I have nothing outstanding.
Me either. I threw that Marlins bet out in the baseball chat like 3 minutes before that first pitch, just off a whim. Like
Dude, I don't think I've ever had a perfect day before. And also, I had a day that I just bet one thing and that hit. But if that happened, it was fucking years ago.
Yeah.
Damn.
That perfect UFC card's happening. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen.
It's happening fucking tomorrow.
It's gonna happen.
Anyways, another note, off topic again, but back on topic. Another note I have for one. I mean, the reason I still like Burns, even though he missed weight by 5 pounds, he's going up against Pineda, who is 35 years old. He's 26-13. He's been fighting since 2006. This is his UFC debut. 35 years old is damn near retirement age for UFC, and this guy is just now finally getting the call whenever he's 35 years old, after UFC has been pushing card after card after card.
Yeah.
Why is it taking this guy so long to fucking get here? It's not like he just picked up UFC as a hobby at my age, whenever he's 30 or 31. His fighting history goes all the way back to 2006. I mean, I was still in high school. He's going up against Herbert Burns, who is not a fucking scrub. Pineda is 18, has 18 submissions, but dude, you're 35, you're just now getting into the call into the UFC. Like, there's got to be a reason for that. And it's not because he's from like one of these random ass third world countries where they just don't have any like recognition and they don't have any like fighting clubs or anything like that. Daniel Pineda is from the United States. Yeah. So why did it take this long for him to get here? I mean, I look at that, I see him going up against a guy like Herbert Burns, who I think we all like. Even though Herbert Burns came in overweight by 5 pounds, I'm still looking at it like you're going up against somebody that to me looks like a fucking gym teacher who fights on the side. So
I was gonna say Burns has all the accolades. He has the better camp. He has the better support system. He has his brothers in his corner. That's why I'm so shocked that he missed weight. Like I have no idea what. That's the only reason I'm worried about, because I've watched this guy train. I watched him train for like a year. Like I wasn't training with him. I'd be in like the beginner class, and then the guys who were in like Titan FC and shit would come in and they'd train and he'd watch like them step up to like a way higher level than what we were doing. And, I've watched the guy train and like, I don't know how he missed weight. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but that's why I'm so nervous, because the guy, he's all about discipline and all about that shit. So, I don't know. It'll be interesting. I hope nothing's wrong with him. So like I said, I'm sprinkling. I was gonna do 4.5 to win 3 originally, or 4 to win 2.5 or whatever. originally, and now I'm just down to 1.5 to win one. Anyway,
I don't know what are the odds now. What are the odds now for him? Because I looked at this probably early this morning, so maybe before.
I got minus 150 a half hour before we went live. So the money's coming in on the other guy because Burns missed by a shitload, man. Like you missed by 5 pounds. There's something, or 4.5 pounds, whatever. There's something wrong.
4.5 pounds, especially at featherweight. That's a lot.
It was really 5 pounds because he came out 150, but 146 is the limit. So he's four and some change over.
That's
so. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I was on the same page as you. Whenever I looked at this, I was thinking like 4 or 5 units, and then you guys told me that he was overweight, which I hadn't seen before I started talking to you guys tonight. But fuck, yeah, I mean that sucks. I probably might limit myself to 2, depending on how the night's going. So, which is a huge fucking difference, 2, 3, 2, 4, fucking 5 units, whatever. Man.
Well, it's especially if he comes out there flat and loses. I mean, there's always a chance he loses.
Right.
You're always live for a fucking upset until you get your hand raised.
Absolutely.
What's the next fight?
Dos Santos versus Rosnastruk.
Oh yeah, I said that in the chat. I'm going JDS here. I think that he can avoid the knockout. I mean, this is literally Roz on inside the distance or JDS money line to me. Those are the only 2 options. I mean, if you want to take prop, by all means, but those are my only 2 clear choices to me, and they're both paying about the same. So you're either one or the other.
Yeah, I agree with you. If you're gonna bet on either one of them, you need to go one of those 2, either fucking JDS money line, like you said, or Rosenstruck to finish. I'm leaning right now, fucking more Rosenstruck to finish. I have a question mark beside this one because I still want to look at it. I have some notes on it, but this is one of those ones I want to look at some more video. These 2 guys tomorrow and just kind of make my decision based off of that. They both have. Go ahead.
I was gonna say my main thing was I think JDS is a better striker than Overeem, and he only has to avoid him for 3 rounds versus 5 rounds. Those are my pros versus cons there. Obviously, Rosenstruck can put your lights out with any punch, so he's gonna have to be on his bicycle, as they say. Punching, sticking,
Rosenstruck is 9-1. Dos Santos is 15-5 in knockouts. So I feel like if this fight is going to end with one of these guys on their back with a doctor shining a fucking flashlight in their eyes, that's what I feel like.
If Dos Santos pushes forward, then yeah, Rosenstruck's live for the knockout, and I'm sure in the press conferences they've already said, "Oh, I'm going to knock him out. I'm going to knock him out." And you can say that all you want until you see the guy, built like a fucking gorilla across from you. I just don't.
One thing I thought was funny. One thing I thought was
actually
funny
looked bigger too. Shockingly enough, Dos Santos looked not taller. I think Rosenstruck's got 3 or 4 inches on him, but like he looked, good for his age, good in spirits. He came out all cheerful for the 20 people that were in attendance. He looked like he was in good spirits.
Herbert Burns, to backtrack, is still at minus 177 to finish on my book.
Okay.
Why did that fucker? Anyways, one thing I thought was funny and just doing like my quick research on this fight is both of these guys within like their last 2 fights have been knocked out by Francis Ngannou. I just thought that was funny.
Yeah, well,
it's not very often that you. It's not. I mean, yeah, Francis Ngannou is going to knock out whoever the fuck is in the octagon with him. But it's not very often that you're. It's not very often that you're researching a fight and like both of the fighters, one of their last like 2 losses are by the same fucking fighter. Like, I just thought that was funny.
I think that it's just, I don't know.
We have Sean O'Malley versus Marlon Vera next. Or Marlon or Mar? I don't fucking know.
Vera. Chito Vera.
Yeah.
I had to hold off on this. Like I had O'Malley paired with like 4 different parlays with O'Malley in it. It was just like, instead of just pretty much everything I went money line on, I just did money line with O'Malley to like get better odds, and then I had to like pull that back, and I was like, all right, hold on. Marlon Vera actually knows what he's doing in there. This is a step up in competition. He's not fucking can crushing here. He shouldn't be minus 280 in my opinion.
I don't think he should either. I agree with you on that.
I still think he's going to win, obviously, but that price is way too wide. And if I was just betting money lines here, like if I was on the book that just had money lines, I'd just take a shot at Vera because I think Vera's going to try and close the distance. And lost in that fight against Wineland or whatever. Wineman?
I think so.
That's the last guy he fought?
Wineman?
Yeah, Wineland. Eddie Wineland. Eddie Wineland caught him with like 3 or 4 nice punches that, on an older guy, O'Malley's still young and still has a chin, probably would have put him to sleep. I mean, O'Malley showed a hell of a chin by eating 2 or 3 of those punches. And I'm sure he went back to the videotape and he's worked on that in the last 2 or 3 months. But, I gotta think that if I was just betting money line, I would sprinkle some on Vera. That all being said, now I have Sean O'Malley inside the distance.
I think all of us agreed on that one. O'Malley to finish plus 140. That's one of your best.
Yeah, I'm still not pulling away. I'm just not pushing. Like I know Ben earlier in the week was like ready to push, and I'm like, this is a step up in competition. And like these guys, I mean, Vera's been around the block, as they say. I don't think Vera's ever going to fight for a title. I don't think Vera's going to ever be the face of the company. I think Sean O'Malley could, and maybe he needs that one or two humbling loss to come back hungry, or maybe just walk through people like Conor McGregor did. I don't know. We'll see. I think this is that Dustin Poirier fight for McGregor. This is like his Dustin Poirier, where he gets to step up in competition and he stops beating up on Dennis Silver and shit, and he gets a and McGregor answered it with flying colors. He knocked out Poirier in 3 minutes or whatever. I mean, maybe O'Malley's that special. I don't know.
Like you said, Marlon Vera, he's not just some fucking random guy. It is a step up in competition. 100% agree with you there. Vera's been in the UFC since 2014. He's looked pretty fucking good through most of it. I agree with you. I don't think he's going to fight for a title anytime soon, if ever. Maybe he could. Who knows? O'Malley possibly could. I think this is the UFC like testing O'Malley. I think me, you, and Ben all agreed we're all going to go O'Malley to finish plus 140 odds. Yeah. O'Malley has finished fucking damn near everybody that he stepped into the octagon with. He's finished almost all of them in the first round, if not all of them.
Yeah.
First round. All of them except for one.
The other thing that comes with getting those finishes is not having the experience of getting brought into deep water. It's the same with boxing, same with wrestling. Guys who get like pins real fast. They just when you bring them into that 6th minute, or in boxing when you bring them into that 10th round, like Wilder was a huge example of that. When you bring them into that 10th round and 11th round, they just fold. And there's also a shot that happens to O'Malley. Now I'm not saying it will. I'm just saying that I'm not shoving this on this fight. I'm just putting my maybe 2 units if I'm doing well in the night, and then 1 unit if I'm not. And I'm just going to enjoy a nice fight. I think this is going to be a hell of a fight, one way or the other.
I agree with you. So you're talking about you don't know how somebody's going to act whenever the fight keeps going. Fuck, whenever you throw them into deep water. I was just thinking, I threw this out into the fucking MMA Talk channel a couple of days ago. That kid, like 3-4 weeks ago, that we were all really high on because he had a lot of like first round really quick submissions. But then he went in between, like, what was it, the second and here he is. Max Roskopf. I think you actually told us, like, hey, go light on that. And me and Ben were like, no, we're gonna fucking hammer this.
Yeah.
And he looked really good for like the first half of the first round, and then he just got his ass absolutely kicked.
I mean,
for like a round and a half after that, and then between rounds, he was basically in his corner begging them to throw in the towel. Like, that goes back to what you said. Like, once you get into deep water, you don't know how these guys are going to act. That Max Roskopf was one of those. We had never seen him in deep water. Once he got there, he fucking drowned. Only that,
I mean,
out of
there's a lot.
altogether.
There's a There's a whole list. There's a whole list of guys who have shit. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Oh, I froze for a second. There's a whole list of guys who were touted as the next fill in the blank, and they just they eventually, because for every guy that's supposed to be the next fill in the blank, there's 15 guys who are like, fuck that guy, I'm the next fill in the blank. Like
Right.
it's just how it works sometimes. I mean, like I said, there's a list of guys, in boxing, in MMA, all of it. I hope Sean O'Malley's not part of that because he's really entertaining. Chael Sonnen just compared to The Rock the other day. I mean, like that's a huge compliment / weight to carry for a 23-year-old, a 24-year-old, however old he is. I mean, that's
25.
a lot. A 25-year-old. I mean, getting called the next Rock or The Rock. I mean, how the fuck? Like, how do you even react to that?
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you. I hope he beats Vera, and I just hope he keeps fucking going. Just like you said, he's entertaining.
I think he passes the test. I just think that Vera, if it gets past the second round, it's going to be interesting to see the third round. And it'll be really interesting to see this kid in the championship rounds because, for some reason people can't get there just yet.
Right.
And what's last? Cormier versus Miocic?
Miocic, yep.
I could talk another hour about this one too, but I went with Cormier just because the small octagon. This is one unit. I like both of these guys. I think either one of these guys could win this. This is a coin toss, and this is literally just so I have some action on the fight. I'm not slamming anything. I'm not doing anything here. One unit on Daniel Cormier, money line. I think that he might get him out of there in round 4 or so, but I'm not willing to risk that. I'm just gonna go. I just think he grinds on him and annoys him and gets the decision, or gets the finish. Either one. He gets a win. He gets a win.
See, I hope Cormier doesn't just grind on him. I'm gonna go the opposite with you. I'm gonna go fucking Miocic, money line -106. I just like him more, man. Look, man, Cormier's 41 years old. He's an old man. I know pulling this "he's an old man" card has bit me specifically in the ass the last couple weeks because I keep saying that, and the old men keep fucking beating the younger guys. But Miocic is 37, so he's not exactly a fucking 24-year-old that I was like building up for. So I mean, I like Miocic more. He has size, he has reach. Age is on his side. You said this was a coin flip. I 100% agree with you. It is a coin flip. These guys have already fought 2 times before, and it's 1-1. They both knocked each other out. I'm with you. I'm only going to put a unit on it to make it just a little bit more interesting, but overall, I'm just going to enjoy this fight. These are, in my opinion, 2 of the best heavyweight fighters that have ever fought in the UFC. And I think both of their careers could end tomorrow. Cormier's, in my opinion, definitely should because he's fucking 41 years old. He's had a great career already. I like him ringside almost more than I like watching him fight. That might be a fucking hot take. I don't know. Just in my opinion, I just like Miocic a little bit more, so I'm going to put 1 unit on him. Money line, I'm not going to go fancy with it. I'm basically just going to sit back and enjoy the fight and be the degen that I am and bet on it anyways. You still there? Did we
Awesome,
lose
guys.
Chase?
No, Chase is still here. No,
Okay.
he's still here. Yeah. Oh, no, there he goes. He just dropped out. All right. Well, that was good.
Right.
We got all the picks out. We actually kept it 64 minutes today. That was good. And you guys went over the whole card? Was that the entire card you guys just did?
We skipped the early prelims, which are 2 fucking...
Okay.
Well, actually, no, that was the entire card because Chase actually talked about those. I just didn't listen because I don't give a shit about those 2 fights.
Yeah. Just a quick heads up. The Kawasaki game is at 1 today. So that's 2 hours and 9 minutes from now. So it's not the normal 6 a.m. game that usually happens.
We have an NRL game at in 2 hours too. Not the one that I put a pick out for, but I'm gonna try to hammer one out in the next probably. I'm gonna take my dog for a walk and then try to hammer a pick out for that before it starts. So
might as well. We hit fucking everything else today.
Yep.
So, well, thanks for coming by, dude. Always
absolutely.
Fun. Let's have some fun this weekend. I know the UFC. I'm going to be in there talking boxing all night. And I'll follow that for you guys, and you guys tell me what's going on for UFC. Let's make some fucking money, man.
Absolutely.
All right, dude.
Oh yeah, man. Fucking let's get after it. See you, man.
All right, dude. Later. Yeah, Chase. Yeah, you're back, bro. Yeah,
I heard everything. I heard everything that Twist said. Yeah, I agree. I think this is a 50-50 fight. I think that it's gonna be a good round or a good end to an era. I think Cormier is a very good broadcaster. I think he's got another 20 years of doing that. So I think he's gonna go out on his end though. In the end though, or on top, whatever. In the end, I mean, he looked really hungry at the press conference. I know that's a stupid way to cap shit, but you could just see he's very, very motivated.
Speaking of announcers, I was disappointed this week, man. Paulie Malignaggi got let go, and he was a great fucking boxing announcer, man. Anyone who watches boxing, Paulie was awesome. Really,
was he the one that got into it with McGregor?
Yeah, I think they had a little beef going on. They said they were going to fight. And actually, that would have been a great fight because Paulie's a really good defensive guy, and he's got soft hands. So McGregor could have lasted the whole fight. He would have lost. He would have looked like an idiot, but he would have lasted, Yeah,
I was going to say boxers hit a lot harder than MMA guys because they don't have to worry about the takedowns or anything like that. They just can cement their feet in and throw.
So Paulie's a big Patterson guy, Jersey guy. Man, and I've been to the gym that he trains at. We've actually fought that gym before in sparring competitions. So,
cool,
good dude, man, real good dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. What's up?
You got any baseball, or are we ending this?
I think baseball. I mean, with the amount of pitchers that are going down, with the amount of bullshit that's going around, I'm not really going to give those out real early, you know what I mean? I'm not looking to catch the overnights as much. I'm not looking to catch anything. I'll wait. We've got good value in games.
I was only gonna take
this year.
I was only gonna take the Pirates tomorrow, which is a fucking crazy bet. And Twist just signed off before I even gave it. But the pitcher that's pitching for the Pirates has gone scoreless in 3 of his last 4.
Okay.
I think that's enough for me to at least do a first 5, if not the whole game.
Oh, for a first 5 under, especially if they're getting a decent matchup on the other side of the mound.
Trevor Bauer. He's going against Trevor Bauer.
God.
It's not a bad.
It's going to be like 3.5, but yeah, definitely take that, guys.
I would, I mean, I'm just following trends here. The Pittsburgh Pirates guy, Steven Broltz. I've never even heard of the fucking dude. But he's had 3 out of his last 4 went scoreless. So I'm taking a lean on Pittsburgh, and I'll probably tail that under too. First 5 for both, and maybe money line for Pittsburgh if the price gets any higher. It's plus 190 right now. Last time I looked.
I've been really going hard on that first 5, man, especially over under.
Yeah.
Hard there. It's the easiest part of the game to cap because you have starting pitchers. You know what they're capable of.
I'm mad I didn't do the Marlins for final too. They ended up winning like 10-2. They're fucking playing great baseball right now. I don't know how, but
like I said, man. The thing with the Marlins is it didn't really hit their lineup. It more or less affected their pitching rotation. Yeah, and they've been able to weather the storm because they've been scoring runs. So they keep scoring, they'll be all right. I know there's someone out there, it's like a little flex god holding a fucking Marlins World Series ticket, bro.
I had them over 23. I'm hoping that they get to 60. I already got my shit voided, but if they do get to 60, I'm gonna definitely send an email.
Oh, for sure.
These fuckers voided my shit too early.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have the Cardinals are going to have a problem getting there. Like, but you know what? All in all, the season's been handled well by baseball. They've really done a pretty good job of containing this and, you know what I mean, not listening to the bullshit. Everyone telling them to cancel and not play. They just, okay, dude, you're out. This team's out for the next 2 weeks. I like it, bro.
So you know what? You know what really sum up 2020? If the Tampa Bay Rays played the Florida Marlins, the two worst baseball markets, and just get into the World Series. It'd be the apocalypse. It'd be the apocalypse by then. Like,
and they play in a bubble in fucking Arizona.
Aliens are coming when that shit happens.
In the third worst market.
Yeah. That's when you know it's over.
Yeah. Well, yeah, man, that's all I got for the weekend, man. We got a ton of stuff coming on. I know we're all three of us are going to be super active. Ben should be coming back from vacation. Same with Zeus and Thatch. They should be back very soon. Poops has got the NASCAR races going.
Basketball Saturday. I was actually going to I'll put that out in the chat because, you know, I have to get lineups and shit. But I'll definitely in the chat for that. It's the play-in. It's the Trailblazers versus the Nets. Or not Nets. That was yesterday. Grizzlies.
Okay.
We'll see. So nice. It'll be a fun one. Zeus will definitely be on for that, I'm sure. And Ben, maybe Ben's doing family shit, so maybe he'll sneak off to the bathroom for a minute.
Cool.
But all right, man. I'll let you go.
Should be a fantastic weekend. Looking forward to it. Thanks again for coming by. Anybody who's joined the stream now, you can rewind, check us out again, rewatch the video, drop a like if you like us or any of us win you some money this weekend. And that's all of our plays, man. And check us out in Discord all weekend. We'll be firing off.
All right. See you, man.
All right, man. Later.